Yes, sir. Y'all know the vibes, man. Yes, sir. Yours truly is in the motherfucking house, man. Iceup84, man. And we back for another live stream, man. Early. Surprise. Yes, sir. Check in, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend we live. Yes, sir. I need no other introduction, man. Y'all know who it is, man. I'm your host for the morning, for the AM. Yours truly, the great one, the founder of the gaming lounge, Iceup84. I am. I am he, I am him, I am Iceup84. And I want to welcome each and every last one of y'all to the gaming lounge this morning. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can be anywhere else this morning, but you here rocking with me. So I appreciate that greatly. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, you already know the vibes, man. I only require one rule to enter into the lounge, and I'm sure y'all know that by now. It's that you do what? Take your shoes off before you enter. Once you do that, man, you may enter the lounge respectfully. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss none I drop. Also, leave a comment in the comment section after the live. Let me know how you feel about the content. And last but not least, man, share the video so we can get Ice more to the algorithm. With that being said, man, we ain't gonna waste no more time, man. It's early. And Ice is live. So with that being said, man, let's grind. Let's grind. Hope this shit work. Let's get it.
20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Out is Eddie Pinheiro to get this one started. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
Let's get it.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wait,
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Shotgun snap for Prescott. He's going to look for the home run ball. And it'll be taken down at the 30.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
First down, Prescott. He gets it to Jonathan Mingo. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. Deuce ball. Touchdown, Dallas. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems, Mike, the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Wow. Good shit.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Velus Jones now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Dang.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. Strike.
They'll go again with Hubbard. And this will be a Panthers 1st down as the tackle's made at the 36.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, Young. He's across midfield. Still on his feet. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. We are through 1. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go, set.
Tremble comes in motion.
Set.
On 1st down is Young. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Come on, set. Hut.
On 2nd down, Young.
Yeah.
He did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, and now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
This is just back-breaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the 1st down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Panthers come right back to tie it at 7.
Let's go.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Cavante Turpin on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Yeah.
Running is Vaughn. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. That is Ferguson in motion. On the ground, it's Vaughn. Lots of space past the 45. 20. 15. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Raheem Blackshear on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go. Check.
This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Ready.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this.
On the set.
Here's a 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike, well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Yeah, there we go. Like this.
They'll run with Dowdle. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now Dowdle. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. 47. 26.
Throwing is Prescott. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Like this. Here we go. 47. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Lets it go downfield for Ferguson. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Young. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
Let's go now.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. This one caught by Tompkins. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This one from 52 yards away. going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Jones now on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
This shit crazy, man. You supposed to have that fucking field goal.
On the double.
Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And a short pickup there to about the 36. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set. Ultra.
Another run here with Hubbard. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
Come on, set.
Throwing is Young. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Ready.
A 2nd down throw for Young. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. He's going to keep it himself. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Ready.
Young to throw on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This one complete right side. He is in. Touchdown, Carolina. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. A return coming from the 14. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now Vaughn. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there! Here we go, 46! 26!
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Under.
Dak facing 3rd and long. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Going to be caught. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down, and it's a big letdown there defensively. Somehow they allow them to convert on 4th and long.
And that right there is going to end up probably being the play of the game either way, Mike. I mean, think, if you fail on that 4th down, you give the ball to your opponent, and all they need to do is come away with a field goal, and you lose in regulation. But this coach, he's not playing for a tie. He's not playing for overtime. He's saying, I got the ball late in the 4th quarter. I'm putting the trust in my offense to not only extend this drive, but to go out and try to win this game. Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Carry here for Vaughn. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe. A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1. They'll run here with Vaughn. And he's going to go backwards yet again. The defense stands up tall one more time, and they force a 4th down.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Yeah! 2 minutes to play in regulation. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there! Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Why? 26.
They'll drop to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 32 yards.
Dang.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go!
Here's Vaughn. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Yeah, here we go! What I take?
They'll stick to the ground. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close. That is Ferguson in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. They come up for 2nd and 2.
Yeah, here we go! Like this.
He'll run. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches.
Yeah!
They'll run the sneak. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. 1st down. 1st and goal. They send the tight end in motion. They'll go with the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. Second down, goal to go.
Yeah, here we go!
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short.
Hey, you better kick that goddamn field goal.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to win the game. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike.
I
mean,
mad
an
at that.
excellent
That was
job
a
by this
defensive
offense
game,
to give yourself
to
the
say the
chance
least.
to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be
I ain't mad
said?
at this
It was
game
never
at
in
all.
doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's 1st down.
Man, you had Dallas, man. You were supposed to blow me out. This
Here
was
we
a
go.
defensive game.
One final play.
Good game, man. GG.
Incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and And they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away.
I could have won that game.
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson. And our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys, as we say so long from Arlington.
Y'all, I'm gonna be back, man. I'm gonna take a little 10-minute break. I'll be right back. we back, chat. We back. Yes, Zersky. We back, chat. Oh yeah, we back, chat. Turn this camera off real quick. Let me lock in, man. Let me lock the fuck in. Just trying for Ice to lock the fuck in, y'all.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Right to the air is Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice...
It's time for Ice to lock in, y'all.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. A quick pass out to Aguilar. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. so that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Inside handoff, Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Now Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson eluding the pressure right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
In motion left goes a tight end. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A toss right to Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The score is time for Ice to lock in.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Middle. Hey, middle.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync. And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now 2nd and 5. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Ready. Check, smash. Ready.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stop the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. Here's Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing. They were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
A gain there of 21 yards.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
It'll be Young again. There's a short throw caught by Sanders, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Now Young. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Here we go.
Young. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Steal. Check steal.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Ready.
To throw, Young. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Let's go.
Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Now here's Young. Flushed out right. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Peace.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Looking to throw, Young. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Panthers had 6 to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity.
And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
13.
Jackson. That one out wide and intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Watch Ice lock in.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Young. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance of yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. All right,
Good fucking pick,
it's going to
man.
be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. He's got daylight. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, here in this 3rd quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a 1-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon themselves and say, we got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Back to it after the pick six. Young. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Young to throw it. But it's caught. Tompkins. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
That one completes it again. On the gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to go.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Young. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. He finds his big target, Leggett. And he will have a Panther first down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Hubbard is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Garden. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's almost like the NFL is trying to set something up here. And it's going to be tough, you know, coming off that bye week. It's a late bye, so we're probably going to be a little banged up trying to get healthy. And I think it's a good time, especially if, you know, typically you don't like to see late byes, but if we're really in the thick of things, I think it's the perfect time to kind of set yourself back up, hit the reset button, and kind of close strong with those 4 final games. Having Tampa Bay twice in 3 weeks is tough. That's going to be very, very tough. That Bucs team is going to be good. I would like to have caught the Bucs a little earlier in the season, kind of catch them slipping a little bit. But, you know, it's going to be tough. That's going to be 2 tough games. And not to mention Seattle sandwiched in between those. And Seattle's a tough matchup, too. So this is going to be tough. We're going to find out, like you said, we're going to know what we are by then, right? By the end of the season, we're going to know whether we're contenders or not. And it's going to be a barn burner. I think we can certainly compete with Tampa. We play them tough. We usually play them tough. And, yeah, I'm excited. I like the NFL kind of the way it's scheduled it. It's almost like we're trying to tell
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Ready to get this game started, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. He fields it from the 8. And this the same as a touchback now, up to the 30 before go.
No, knock it off. Nobody asked you. Here's the thing about Tampa. This is why that Week 3 game against Atlanta feels that much more important to me. You've got a Tampa Bay Buccaneer team that lost its offensive coordinator, has lost some talent, drafted well enough. I think has obviously the same wide receiver core, but another year of tread off the tires there. I don't think Tampa is the team Tampa's been the last couple of years, which means to me the 2 most important games on the schedule, and they both fall in interesting spots, are those 2 games against Atlanta. To me, a sweep against Atlanta would give you a big leg up. You have to split with Atlanta, because if you do not, I think when you get to these 2 games against Tampa, you're just going to be scoreboard watching the Falcons.
Yeah, for sure. Splitting with Atlanta is critical. That's why that Week 3 game is so important. It's almost like a must-win if you look at the entire season totality.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Watson's going to come out throwing. That's complete, David Njoku. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know what I like about that kick? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Exactly.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Watson on 1st and 10. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And they bring him down around the 34.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Do not pay your...
2nd and 3 now. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
We're set.
Watson now. Flush down out to his left. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Man in motion here. 1st down from the red zone. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Chubb. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Browns take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, break.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Ready.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Ready.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He'll cobble together a yard there. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Young. Forced out to his right. Complete out to the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Shotgun snap now to Young. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Young working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Sending a receiver left. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it.
You gotta be kidding me.
And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Now Eddie Pinheiro will try to knock it through for the Panthers. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Mm.